starting with the Lions forward line. Bradshaw's been a reasonable nick, but Leo Barry's a very good player.
Leo Barry, yeah, very underrated. Still, I know he's got 2 All-Australians, but he can play on any height whatsoever.
It's a young forward line for the Lions, but Craig Bolton, he's had a wonderful season.
Stellar season. Yeah. I'm sure the Lions would welcome him back.
They'd love to have him back, wouldn't they?
No doubt.
Now, Kirk usually goes to Voss, but Voss's form probably not as good as Black, so perhaps Kirk goes to Black.
I think Kirk will definitely go to Black. I think that's the most likely matchup.
Troy Selwood will probably try and match up with perhaps Ryan O'Keefe, but there's Black, there's Goods. Goods has been absolutely superb again this year.
Yeah, well, Goods has gone to another level again. I didn't think he could, but he's been super.
Michael O'Loughlin, Nick Davis, back in the side. Now, you know Nick very well. Good to see him back.
It is. He's worked really hard over the last 6 weeks. He's dropped a lot of weight and he's looking healthy again, which is good.
And Heath Grundy retained his spot on the side, so that's been interesting as well.
Yeah, Heath has been an interesting one. I think coming in, kicking a few goals, has definitely done his role and he keeps his spot.
Yes, and I've been very impressed with him. Jared McVeigh may get a run with Roll pretty quickly into the game. Good to see Doyle back, and I know Jared Healy's a big fan of Stephen Doyle, I should say.
Doyle. Yeah, no, Doyley, obviously very good to see him back, and you need 2 quality ruckmen in finals.
Colin Begley, the Irishman, and we'll see Ty Kennelly and Colin Begley out there playing tonight. Of Michael and Hall at the moment hasn't quite eventuated because Daniel Merritt's going for a bit of old push and shove. Set to go, round 21 in season 2006. Swans looking for another victory to shore up that top 4 spot as Malcheski got it out in front of Goods. He backs himself to go. Just wobbles it inside the forward 50. Numbers there for the Lions. Sherman goes back. Stiller to help out. Back to Sherman. Loves to run with the footy. Keating, he's under pressure. Selwood over the line, thrown over the line, and the tackle was too high. And he'll take the free kick. Short to Michael. He in turn gets Stiller presenting just outside his defensive 50. Shaney Stiller, poor kick. Adcock under pressure now. Chance for the very talented O'Keefe. Black coming through, gives it to Rowe. He's caught high. So Jason Rowe, it's been a very interesting season for him, coming across as a mature age player. So some very good performances, has made some errors, learning all the time. Richards goes back, Bradshaw. Long way from goal. Kicks it high, and in the right spot was that man we talked about, Mark. Craig Bolton, just a wonderful player, so versatile.
He has. He's had an absolutely sensational year. And so's this other old guy that's got the ball now, Ryan O'Keefe. He must be pushing for All-Australian selection.
That's
KB.
it, Paul. You're straight into it. Just pressure KB about who's in the AA team. That's the way.
Trying to put a bit of pressure on straight away there from Paul Williams. But he has had a terrific season, Ryan O'Keefe. No doubt about that. One of the hardest running half-forward flankers. And we just see now from half-back to centre wing. And he's got it again. He was one of the few players who actually played up to his best form against the Cats last week. Goes short, finds Ben Matthews. Good to see the premiership player back in the side. Swans really have a change. 2 changes tonight. Ablett and Roberts Thompson out of the side. And, of course, Ben Matthews coming into the side. Looking forward to Nick Davis tonight. Here's Barry Hall. Just got Daniel Merritt as his opponent tonight. Voss, with those beautiful hands, finds Sherman. Runs hard across half-back to Stiller. One of the finds of the season to Clark Keating. This is a great build-up this time by Brisbane. Goes wide, finds Scott, edge of the centre square. Too much carry on the ball, and finally lands in the arms of Stiller. Hard running from centre wing to centre half forward. Pops it up to the square, getting back. This is a great play. It's been taken this time by Pask. And Pask gives the Lions a great start. Boundary throw in. Doyle took the front spot. Pounced on by Jude. Bolton comes away from half-back, tries to spear the ball in. It was well read that time by Michael O'Loughlin. Hammers the ball down. Barry Hall pushes out on Merritt. The big man's got it and finds Goods. He's off. There's no one between Goods and the goals. He runs to 45. Now can he skid it through? Yes, he can!
Back in the middle. It's Wood against Jolly. Jolly winning it easily, looking for Matthews. There's a holding free kick. It's going to go to Benny Matthews against Luke Powell. And away they go. This is better. Playing on quickly. Malcheski, he's got a good leg, gets one downfield. It should go downfield. It'll be O'Loughlin to take a shot on goal. And Luke Power was upset with the first free kick, and he made the cardinal mistake of giving away another one because he was upset.
Yes, I didn't think there was much in it, though. He only was marginally late and it didn't fall to the ground or anything, but Michael O'Loughlin took the grab anyway, so there's not much damage done.
He's got the yips with his kicking a bit this year, though, and he had the yips last year in the grand final.
He's definitely a player that, let's just watch this one. If he gets the first one through, gets his confidence up, and he definitely is a lot better.
Adcock, one of their star young players last year, ranked high in the Rising Star. He's had a lot of leg problems this year. He's only just played a handful of games. Here's a chance. Ty Kennelly on hands and knees, tried to feed it out, unable to do so. Going to ground was Notting. Started on the bench. Sherman, some rough hand tactics this time. Great play by Sherman. This can bounce through. This could bounce all the way. Did it hit the post? It's a goal. What a goal that was from Sherman.
It remains, did Bradshaw get a touch on it with the boot?
Well, Bradshaw was between the broadcasting box here and the post as well, so I wasn't quite certain whether the ball had hit the post with Bradshaw making a late attempt. Let's have a look here. Did it hit the post?
It looked like it hit the post for me.
Behind the post, behind the line.
Oh, it's solid.
Definitely.
Solid. I thought from here that it did hit the post.
14 playing 13. Quick kick forward and playing in front. Good lesson there. Quick kick out of the pack. O'Loughlin a good 2 metres in front of Rowe on that occasion. And he heads to the top of the square. O'Keefe. Barry Hall. It's goal number 63 for the season. Again, plenty of numbers around the ball. Fixter did well to get it to Voss. Doesn't kick many goals anymore. He's happy to get this one, though. It's all Sydney at the moment, but they're not getting free. Here's a chance. Schneider. Michael in front of Hall. Kick smothered. Chance of Fosdyke, very good in this situation. Buchanan gets it from him. Round the corner, it'll bounce through. Finally, some reward for effort for the Swans, and Eamon Buchanan kicks the goal.
Sherman always likes to run with the ball, places it well. Sliding onto the ball is Begley. And they'll share the ball around. So Moody went short, Bradshaw, now Sherman again. On the charge, loves to back himself in, does Sherman. This is a great kick. Has it got the carry? Great goal to Sherman. He's got 2.
It's a 1-point ball game. Wherever you're watching around Australia, Lions fans will be pretty happy that they're 1 point down from a side that is aiming for a top 4 spot. Selwood's jogging around the boundary, so that's a good sign for him. Here's Kirk. Buchanan comes straight on, straight into the action. Where's Barry Hall? Into this pocket here. Here he comes. He didn't have to go all the way because Malcheski got in his way. Wonderful shot of what is ahead of Nick Malcheski. Hits it sweet and hits it nice.
I think also got to remember Darren Creswell was assistant coach of the Lions, and he's got a pretty good understanding of what the Swans try to do.
Yep.
O'Keefe to centre half forward. Good defensive play that time. Kirk got his hands on the ball. Here's a chance. Needing a kind bounces. Ty Kennelly runs into the open goal and bangs it home.
He's been quiet. Poor kick into the pocket. O'Loughlin beaten by Moody there. Clever handball by Moody. Selwood didn't expect it coming. And Selwood has just tumbled it straight back to Barry. It's going to come back very quickly. It's Richards. Centre of the ground. Just pulls the kick. And in the end, it wasn't to the right spot because there were 3 line defenders there. One of them was Stiller, and he just shorts it to Power. Luke Power waiting for some options up forward, but really the Lions just don't seem to have, no Jonathan Brown as a target to kick to. They're going to try and manufacture something. Merritt, the big man, finds Scott. Malcheski got a hand on it as Notting wanted to run. Off the ground went Barry Hall. Malcheski keeps going. Scott under pressure. Still under pressure. Holding the ball. Well done by Sydney, and Brad Scott and Barry Hall have a bit of a dance. He'll kick from 40 metres. We're right behind him. And he puts it straight through. 2 for Barry Hall. And the Swans go further ahead. And there's a bit of push and shove afterwards. But Barry's got a smile on his face, and why wouldn't he?
Yes, he's a very happy man. He actually struck that one quite nicely, and I think he probably just needed a bit of a rumble with someone just to get himself going. But
he looks like he's got himself under control. There might have been a time when he would have, gone on with Scott and maybe given him one. But I read the other day when he was talking about Cam Mooney, he said you've got to learn to control your aggression. You get the feeling that if Brisbane had a forward, they could trouble Sydney. Here's O'Keefe, shares the ball around. Jude Bolton, can he kick a goal? Yes, he can.
79th career goal, and the Swans out to a 28-point lead. They've been held by the Lions, but the Lions can't do anything on the scoreboard at the other end. Stiller got it from Voss. Kicks a good one. An answering goal for the Lions. It's not bad off the boot, just sliding to the right. But he celebrates and he's got it.
Terrific player for Brisbane. He's one of the players they'll have to rebuild their side around. Clark Keating tries to slap the ball on. Jude Bolton read it well. Again, squeezed up the bounds line. Was just bowled over too high to take the free kick. One of those dirty possessions you're talking about, Paul.
Typical Jude Bolton. Head over the footy. Now, he spotted a player he wants to kick to and then measured it beautifully. Saw that McVeigh had Begley out of position and virtually dictated where McVeigh had to run with the kick. So you go back there and you'll get it. Now, open forward line to a certain extent anyway. O'Loughlin tried to get rid of Adcock. Now Adcock gets some help, but O'Loughlin pinches it. Kicks it high to the goal square. Oh, yes! I thought it was Jolly, but it was Doyle.
That's what he can do. That's what he did about 3 years ago against the Tigers, taking those skyscrapers in the goal square. He's been missing for a long, long time, but if he can start doing that again, Matty and Paul, he could be a big surprise packet in the finals. Yeah, he can, and I think it's very strange seeing Michael O'Loughlin use his left leg. I thought it was just there for balance.
But it goes back to what we'll just watch him kick the goal here. He just does. So still a win for the Swans, keeping Black to 12. But what we've seen sometimes with Kirk in a couple of games we've seen, Kevin, is that Kirky wraps up about 28 himself. Oh yes, he can limit good players. That's what he does, but picks up possessions himself. That's why he made All Australian. 1 quarter to go. Sydney Swans looking to get the next victory in their march towards the top 4. It's a free kick to Selwood, who's becoming an important player with the Lions in that defensive role through the midfield. Drummond over the top to Scott. O'Keefe rounds him up and Scott goes back to Merritt. Good pressure by Sydney, but the big man decides to go straight through them. What's his kicking like? Not too bad, Luke Power. Nice mark, Black. It's Power to Black. Usually it's Black to Power, but it's a reverse here. Now Simon Black, low ball. Bradshaw. Recommends. He did. It went left to right, but he got it through. Have to take some risks now, don't they? Brisbane Lions just run with the ball and, try and get around your man, kick it to space, run onto the ball, kick it off the ground. Here's a chance for Black again. Look at Kirk. So close. Wears him like a glove. Buchanan strong. Just pushed off Scott. Not easy to do. Here's Goods. Centres the ball to McVeigh. Should kick a goal around the corner. Great snap. There was Carey on the ball. He's kicked a goal. A positive sign, as we've mentioned a couple of times, has been his performance on Barry Hall in the second half.
Well, he was imitating Mel Michael. He just failed to make contact with the ball. Danger now for the Lions. Matthews, was he caught high? Yes, he was. He's been out of the side this year as well, Paul.
Yeah, he's been in and out the last 2 months. Watching him tonight, I just think that he's got his running back, and he must have done a fair bit of work the last couple of weeks, and he's looked really good. I don't think Luke Powers had that much of a role, and if he can cap off and kick a goal now, he's enjoyed a really good night, I'd say.
Experienced player, 169 games. He's kicked 2 goals for the season. Back in the side, gets his chance. Directly in front, should just pop it through. Full points.
Swans have got Carlton next week at the SCG, so their travelling is over for the season. And the Lions go back to the Gabba and they take on St Kilda, which will be a tough contract for them. At the moment, it's Buchanan, and he's off and going. Straight down the middle. High ball at the back. Grundy, quick give. Not a bad shot on goal from Fosdyke. Terrific finish.
I suppose some players have, just got to accept the fact that they start on the bench and impact players. They're brought on, Paul, but he always seems to me to be a very good player, and he's quick, and obviously he can kick a goal, given the opportunity. Here's Stiller. He knows how to win the ball. Shares it along with Moody. He's going to be run down this time by O'Loughlin. Gone. He'll be shooting from right on 50. Michael O'Loughlin unloads, leaves nothing behind, gives it both barrels and kicks a goal.
Never in doubt. And they've kicked 3 very quick ones. Goals to O'Loughlin, Fosdyke, McVeigh, and here's Voss. Punching it forward, but hits Fosdyke and goes back to Doyle. Now here's hard running from Buchanan. Breaking off from him. Dempster inside 50. Is this another one for Sydney? They're pouring it on. Doing it again. We now know what the final 8 is after the result at Skilled Stadium today. But where will they finish? It will go down to the end of next week. Chance for the Lions right in the dying seconds of the game. No. Leo Barry wants nothing to do with it. Get it out of here, but we've got a rush behind coming from Schneider. .57 points is the margin. And the Lions have kicked 6-4 again, same as they did in round 20 last year. Sydney have won their 13th game of the season, and they make it 5 in a row against the Brisbane Lions.